How about a beer?
Yeah, why not?
Why not a beer? Spring has sprung. It's another sign of the season here in Michigan because it's Oberon Day. This Michigan celebration is happening right now at Bell's Brewery down in Kazoo. That's exactly where we find Erin Sullivan. Erin, good morning to you. It looks like you're bellied up right there to the bar.
Good morning. I know, Tanner, we found the perfect spot over here. But I will say, Sam said earlier when she was talking about the forecasting, the snow's kind of drizzling down a little bit. It kind of makes you want to go, perspective here. I feel like we need to focus on perspective here because it's unofficially the first day of summer.
That's right. That's right. Happy Oberon Day, Erin.
Yes, thank you so much. It's my first one. We're here with Andy, head brewmaster.
Yep.
Perfect. Right. So we've got a lot of cool things going on today. So I kind of want to have you walk me through what exactly Oberon Day is for maybe everyone at home who doesn't know.
Sure. So Oberon Day is the day that we release our American Wheat Ale. We release it every year. So the day that it really starts at 11 o'clock with a flag raising and the first beer gets poured. And then from there, kind of an on-site celebration all day where a bunch of different Oberon varieties are available. And despite the weather, we're celebrating the beginning of summer today.
I know, and the vibes here are great. There's already a line outside of people who have some really fun costumes on who are ready to really get down on this Monday and have a good time. Yes. But also before we went live, you were really excited to share with me some of the flavors you guys are offering this year, and the board is also so beautiful and bright as well. I love it.
Yeah, so one of the great things about this day, we have, of course, Oberon, which is the big release. New this year in distribution, our release of Oberon Light, which we're really excited about, which I'd be happy to talk about a little bit. But one of the things that really makes this day special, particularly in Kalamazoo, are all the different variants that you can only get available at this location. Nice. So it really runs the gamut. We've got mango habanero Oberon, blueberry lemon Oberon, strawberries and cream Oberon, Michigan martini Oberon, as well as a bunch of other things that we're working through. We have found historically, fruit plays really well with the base and the types of beers that we're making here. And then the fruit and pepper combination has kind of been historically a really popular combination.
That one sounds
with Oberon variants. We've got a couple of those. There's also a peach jalapeno one. So, sort of like a good opportunity to go back to what we know works. But then it's also a great space for exploration and for our brewers to really kind of imagine different flavors and have a bunch of fun. Beer, craft beer in particular, it's about community, but it's also about having a good time, and that's what we're trying to do with a bunch of these variants.
I love that, and I'm sure it's so fun coming up with different variants because obviously, you have the original and you have light, but then you're able to get really creative and start mixing things. So what's your favorite one this year? What do you think people should try?
This year, so we'll go back to one of our original variants that we've been doing for a number of years. I'm going to call out mango habanero. Super excited about that one. And then there's another one that we did last year for the first time called strawberries and cream. That one's really exciting. We've got a couple of first timers this year. One is Michigan martini. So Michigan martini is an industrial lager with a pickle spear, which is pretty popular at some of our local establishments. So what we've done is we've taken an Oberon base, added lager yeast, and then have used dry dill and a little bit of garlic powder. And I know it sounds weird for a beer, but this thing turned out really amazing.
Well, I was just gonna say it's either people really love pickles or they hate it. I'm a lover. I really do like a good pickle.
So the work with the spices that we did on this one, again, maybe for some people they're probably like, ugh, but I really like the flavors and the way the beer turned out.
Yeah, don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly.
So on top of all of the different drinks that people can try coming here today, what else are you guys offering to kind of celebrate your holiday here?
So there is entertainment available outside. We've got a state fair theme, which, what says summer in Michigan more than a state fair? And there's going to be DJs, music, in all kinds of events outside, snacks available. We've got merchandise available in our general store. So all kinds of things for people to do while they're down here today.
I love that. So this starts at 11, right?
It starts at 11, goes till 9 o'clock, and there'll be, events going on all over Kalamazoo during the day as well.
I love this. So I know Bell's is kind of this iconic place to go in Kalamazoo. So maybe for people who can't make it down today, maybe kind of walk me through a little bit what they can look forward to if they visit through the rest of the summer.
Of course. So one of the great things about this location is in the summer we've got a beautiful beer garden and we host amazing live music events. So if you wanted me to to advocate for anything for people to come down and enjoy, it would be to look at our schedule, find, we celebrate all different genres of music, find a band that looks interesting to you and come down and experience our beer garden. We'll always have a bunch of unique, really interesting beer offerings every time you come down. Come down and see a show. It's also a great place just to come out and hang out in the garden on a nice summer afternoon. Michigan summers, there's nothing better. And it's really one of the great things to do in West Michigan is to come hang out in our beer garden.
I love that.
Hang out and have beers.
And so it sounds like you said earlier, a sense of community. And I know you've been here for years.
I have.
So kind of encapsulate the community here at Bell's for me.
Sure. So I think when I think about the community around beer, it's really about people getting together, sharing, whether it's a plate of food or if you choose to have a beer or maybe not. But it's really about exchange of ideas and coming together as a community. You see the community outside. You're talking about, the weather, although it is the unofficial start of summer today, we all know the weather's not quite summerish out there, but you see that community and the excitement, people waiting in line to get in here. And I think that speaks really well to the sort of community and connection that we've built locally and really across the whole state and region.
I love that so much. And everyone has their jester hats on out there. Is that kind of something you typically see every year here?
That maybe people really will show out for sure and come in all different kinds of stuff. I'm not sure if maybe the theme of State Fair, I don't know if there's a connection there, but yeah, you will find, one of the things at Bell's is we love a costume party. So nice. People will show up festive and ready to hang out, and you'll see some interesting outfit selections for sure when you hang out here.
I love that. So just to make an example of everything we were talking about before we went live, if you go to, for example, downtown Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, if someone's coming here to Bell's for Oberon Day, what's a list of how they should successfully, have a successful day? Should we be hydrating after every beer?
Sure.
Walk me through that.
Yeah, I think showing up for the flag raising, that's a great way to start the day. There will, we'll have music going. And absolutely, I recommend first, of course, start out with an OG Oberon. Let's taste it. It's the first one of the season.
Right.
From there, being the kind of beer drinker that I am, I love the idea of going for the variants. There's a group of people. Some people are very much like, they just want to drink Oberon all day. Other people want to try all the variants.
Right.
But absolutely, mix it in water. There's plenty of food available. If you're going to have a good time, it's all about responsible, moderate consumption, eating food, drinking water, and that's really the way to make it all the way through Oberon.
And you guys,
for sure.
Sorry to cut you off, but I used to mention food.
Yeah.
For me, that's the thing that really gets me out. It gets me going. So do you guys have trucks out there? Do you guys serve from the kitchen?
There is. So we have a kitchen here, and the kitchen staff has prepared a bunch of food, so there's plenty of food available down here today.
Perfect. What kind of specials are you whipping up today? Do you know any, or is it just kind of your regular menu?
I'm not 100% sure. I know we can find it. There is a special menu for today, and I know folks can find it online.
Very cool. So I'll wrap it up with one more question.
Sure.
If someone's coming down here, obviously they need to be fueled by some pizza, burgers, whatever. What do you guys serve that you think someone should try out to eat coming down here today?
Well, I think generally speaking, if you're talking about Bell's, we make the best burgers in Kalamazoo. So that would be my recommendation for sure. If somebody's going to come down here and hang out for the day.
Andy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope you guys have a great rest of your holiday. Despite the snow, you guys are already having a great time, and I'm so happy to see that.
It just happens to be snowing on the first day of summer this year.
That's okay.
But no big deal.
Yeah.
We keep going.
We love it. Thank you so much, Andy. For everyone at home, visit our website, wzzm13.com, to learn more about Oberon Day. And if you make it down here, have a pint for me. Specifically, the mango habanero, because that sounds amazing. But back to you guys.